So, it's time again, get that time, for more tennis action. This time on the PlayStation 1, with this rather neat little intro video actually. The Davis Cup Complete Tennis. Oh yes. 1996 this came out. Brought to us by the Dome and Telstar. No less. And an interesting take on a tennis game this. And, well, I wouldn't say it was great. I would say it was interesting. That's probably the best way to say it. Anyway, plenty of modes we've got. We've got a quick game, we've got a one-off match. Quick game will just automatically generate whatever player and course some court and whatever. You can play the Davis Cup itself and, of course, the Davis Cup League. Many modes and a practice mode too. So lots of options on this, which is good. But what this one does is, instead of creating characters from models or drawings or 2D sprites or anything like that, it actually digitizes the players, yes. And the box, the blurb on the back of the game claims total realism. Television quality graphics. Look at this. Look, this is like the who's who of British dropouts. I mean, oh dear. It's funny. It's funny. Look at this dude. Oh, I'm gonna have to play as him. Ken was his name? Frank Smith. Oh, he's got a bit. Yes, he looks like one of the Proclaimers. Oh, he would walk 500 miles for this course at Wimbledon. Frank Smith. Sam Kennedy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Who should we go for against? Who should we go for? Hans. Yeah, he looks wired. Wow. Hans looks wired. Let's go for the German. So, yeah, it's quite a comical looking game, this, with its mug shots, digitized graphics, or rotomorphing, as the manual claims it to be. Rotomorphing. Interesting. But it does, like I say, it does have lots of options. It does have lots of lovely synthesized speech, full speech, and sound effects. And there's 48 characters in total, which is quite a lot. And of course, all courts, should I say, court surfaces available: grass, clay, indoor, and concrete, or tarmac in this case. So yeah, it's just an interesting take on things, and it's and to the very nature of being digitized, it plays very differently from any other tennis game I've ever played. So you've got to take out your mind all the 16-bit, 8-bit kind of style tennis games with sprite, positional basing, that kind of thing. You've got plenty of shot options here, but a lot of it's, apart from the comedy of it all, you'll see. You'll see. I'm actually doing a voiceover on this because I couldn't manage to get a non-jumpy capture from the PlayStation, so I'm actually doing a voiceover over a recording. So apologies for not doing the thing. Anyway, here we go. Serving's pretty easy on this. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Really nice. The running is rather comical here. I mean, it's and it's all very sort of, I don't know. It's kind of jumpy in a way. It's very twitchy. Very twitchy. It's very easy to serve it. I can't really get a decent direction on that serve. Oh, that was quite a nice little... oh, no, didn't... wanted to do the dive there, didn't do the dive. So you can do a general shot, which is called general shot. I'm not sure what that is. That might be a flat backhand and forehand kind of thing. A button specifically for the smash. A button for the lob, which is the norm. And what's classified as a hard shot. I suppose that's more like a topspin shot kind of thing. Yeah. I suppose that is. And that was pretty decent there. First service game. Now. Oy. Oh, fuck. Smacked it into the net. That was probably no good. Oh, he dived it back. Got it back. Oh, completely missed it. Completely pressed the wrong bloody button. So serving's look at that dive. I mean, that's worthy of a goal. Oh, look at that. Superman diving across the court like a lunatic. And it's the running. You have to press the shoulder buttons to run, to do a sprint, and that is the most comical thing. Timing that is almost impossible. like I say, it's just a bit jumpy. It's a bit twitchy. You don't feel like you can connected with this tennis game. It's a lot of fun. It's a laugh. There's great the funny sound effects and the little voiceovers, the shouts from the crowd, for instance. You know, come on, get on with it, and Bruno, and all that going on is funny. They've definitely played it for laughs. I'm sure they have. And look at the line judge there, headbutting the net. The line judge actually headbutts the net when he goes in. There he goes. Look, put his head on the post, net post. Nice. Generally, this is positional based like most other tennis games, but the thing is, it's not that accurate, and you've kind of got to be. I don't know. I mean, in front of the ball is generally the best place to be, and you can direct the ball wherever you want to go. But you see that thing? I mean, it doesn't really react well. The ball physics are a bit strange. It seems to speed up sometimes and slow down sometimes, and kind of not consistent. The ball physics are certainly not consistent. But the comedy value alone is definitely worth a play. It really is. Whapping away at the air like a punch-drunk old boxer, and then they're off, and then the little cutscenes, little dash to the sides, and it freezes. Transition's quite nice there. Interesting transition. And you can also put spin on the ball, so you got a degree of control over your shot. There is the one thing about this game, like I've said at the beginning, there's plenty of options and plenty of selection. But I think this idea of going with digitized characters is something I don't know what hell's going on there. Completely lost the scale of the ball there, and it's extremely difficult to play at the top. Very difficult to play at the top of this. Most tennis games, it's always more difficult to play at the top than the bottom, but on this one particularly, it's tough. I'm not sure how you feel about digitized characters. I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of works, but then kind of doesn't. This idea of being television realistic, I'm not going with that. I mean, it's not very realistic. These are massive caricatures of human beings going on. The physics of things like Virtua Tennis are a little bit more realistic, and it's certainly not in the vein of something like a Smash Tennis style game, like Smash Tennis Mario or Everybody's Tennis or anything like that. It's nothing, or Super Tennis even. It's not that kind of style either. Certainly just try to play more realistic, but it just doesn't. I don't know, maybe tennis needs to be taken on to the non-realistic level to be a more enjoyable computer game. Or if it does, it's got to do it like Virtua Tennis or Top Spin, something like that, to keep it a little bit more, connected with the game. This you're not. It's just a bit. It's a bit funny. Oh, look at that dive. What a dive. I'm trying to do a little drop shot there, but that didn't work. Oh, look at he's diving all over the place like a good one. Unbelievable. Does a lot of loading as well. A lot of loading between courts, which is rather annoying. So it's 2-2 anyway, so we're kind of keeping with serve here. Yeah. Gotta let go. Get over there. There you go. Tried to go for a long serve there. Now see, again there, lost the ball, lost the flight of the ball. Lost the flight of the ball. Lovely return, but a lovely put away. Line judges seem to be very static. That's quite funny as well. Everything's. I think they've tried. The digitized hunchback ball boys. They're always a laugh too. Good textures. I mean, it's got nice textures. It's generally nice graphics. It has got realistic sort of colour tones to it. I mean, they really have tried their best to give it that realistic feel. Unfortunately, it just plays not in the way that you would expect that to. It's disjointed. It feels disjointed. I mean, it's not a bad tennis game. It's certainly not the worst. You've certainly got responsiveness there. You've certainly got an element of control. It's a little bit, like I said, a little bit finicky and a little bit jumpy and I don't know, not connected so much. Sometimes you feel like, diving around like a good an air. He's diving into the bloody net, judge. Oh, God, they do that a lot. Automatic dive, that is, as well. I'm going to try and do a run, but I can't get a run in. The approach to the net is also really slow, it seems. Try and do a quick run, but didn't seem to work. Yeah, it's more like a comedy tennis game. It goes for this realism aspect, but really it's a comedy tennis game. But give it a play and see what you think. Davis Cup Complete Tennis Digitised Rotomorphing Action on the PlayStation 1. Cheers, thanks for watching. Novabug out.